Today, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very different video, but welcome to this video, and just want to say have some respect for this video because it is a very important video. Well, it might not be important, but it's important to respect to this person who's talking to you right now, which is me. It is an Autism Awareness Day, and I got condition, and for those people who didn't know, now you do know. So I just want to give you a statement about people like me have autism. So people like me go all over the country and explore theme parks and having fun with music and meeting all sorts of people. It's not about having passion, but you got to have confidence in its greatest vibe ever. And it's important that you enjoy the lifestyle rather thinking of it alone in danger. And today I want to tell you that the success I'm pushing into, on YouTube is rising big to show others to be inspired rather than standing sad alone, because I'm happy and joyful, and today is your day to make success happen. That's it. So let's talk about my condition. So autism is where obviously people like me were born with it, but you just don't know what it feels like. So your question I get from people sometimes, this is for some people out there have already asked me this: what does it feel like, and does it affect me, and how does it make me feel? So it doesn't feel any different. You just got to feel as you go, really. I just don't care in general in certain things like this at the moment. I'm just more thinking about what makes me happy in general. So what makes me happy? Going to Thorpe Park, I've been going for years, and my family started going in the 90s. So I grew up, I was born 95 and going 98 for the first time. It was kind of like going to smaller rides before, like Stealth came and Nemesis and all that. It kind of went from there, went to these octopus gardens, like all these smaller rides down the area by Megastore was. So Mum filmed me go on these rides, and then Mum filmed the flying fish when it was green, and then when I was watching him years and years ago, she used to say to Mum when we went every once a year, she said, "Can we go back there? Can we go back there?" And then, yeah, we eventually did. But now, as I'm a bit more older now, I've started go on my own more often, more than my parents do. But I'm a thrill seeker, so I might as well enjoy by being happy by going to these theme parks. And another thing I'm happy in my life is going to concerts sometimes. So my first concert was 2009 on the 2nd of March, Metallica. Dad wanted to go, so I wasn't sure about it. So I was like, and all that. So Dad eventually booked him because I said yes, I want him. And we went, and then that's where being a musician was going to be a success to my standards today. Having drums, guitars, 7 guitars I have. But before that, my family relative is an opera singer, a famous singer, but she's more job coach now, in case you didn't know. So I do have a family gene into music. So it's in quite sensational feeling when I first heard about it. I only found out a couple of years ago, so it's quite like wow. But yes, that makes me happy, music, and then basically going to see all these bands I do enjoy. I like any type of music. I like making music in my spare time. I like videos, and mainly YouTube is my biggest areas now to be recognised more. I've been recognised a few times, mainly theme parks and depending where it is, but mostly theme parks, and it's very grateful for you guys for supporting so far. But what's it like to have bad days? Sometimes I get people ask me about what's it like to have bad days. It's painful, it's sore, it's emotion sometimes, and we all go through this. But with me, I'm always happy. But when I have a rare bad day and bad moment, something I could do, something either bad or a mistake, and it can shock my heart with adrenaline heartbeat, and I don't like that feeling sometimes because it gets me really nervous, and it does make me wonder what's best. But if I'm not happy about something, like really angry, I react quite bad sometimes, depending on what the situation is. If I disagree with something or I don't feel comfortable, I start either have my say and tell them to do something by getting out the place, or like just say move on then. So with me, if I find out someone's grumpy for something small and I don't understand any of it, why someone's being grumpy, but I'll just say, why, why am I here for this, I sound like a geezer sometimes, but, if I'm not happy about something by hearing people grumpy all the time, I'll just like, oh, bugger off and I'll do my own thing then. People say to me sometimes, oh, you always do your own thing all the time. I'm like, yeah, but do my own thing, not having some nonsense person who has to be very boring, sad, thinking that that's take other people's nonsense. Basically, they blame me sometimes for something I don't know. I'm just like, no, I've got better things to do now. So sometimes I have a go at family for something small, and people are like, I said this once, like, oh, I've got better things to do. And then one of her relatives just went, what do you mean you got better things to do? I'm like, I have got better things to do. I've got YouTube, I've got theme parks, I can do what I think's right. And this is what I mean, like, I've just said it, I do what I do think's right. Not always everything, but you just got to go with the flow. Sometimes it's just days generally have to be bad days, but yeah, I'm just me sometimes, like a proper geezer. I think Danny Dyer is my inspiration now. I met him twice, he's a royalty. And Danny Dyer is my inspiration of speaking up for yourself and being me and be awesome. And that's where my inspiration comes from. Much as I don't like his standards much now, and he's colleges, what a load of crap show these days. I don't like miserable. This country needs more improvement, and that's what I want to show people. Show pride and show happiness. Rather miserable news, Brexit, politicians, what sad lives do they have? They got nothing to think about but getting destroyed. But moving on from that, that's why I go to theme parks, making music, making people happy. That's where my inspiration comes from. Getting out there, show the world and show them what it is to be part of happiness and joyful by going to these places and meeting people. I met Chris Tarrant and Sir John Madeski, who used to own Reading Football Club, and Steve Couple, the legend who took Reading to the Premier League 2006. But yes, never stand alone with fear, because today the future is now waiting for you to make your success, to make it happen. And I want to show people today by meeting lots of new people, my followers and fans, to show that, I am genuine, the happiest guy you can meet. But then I'm getting somewhere, but I'm just getting started now on YouTube. But just want to say to ladies and gentlemen, autism is nothing to be afraid of. It's just how things are. There's all sorts, but you can only do it by making it happen. And that's what I've done over the years, by going to full park on my own and making the success of my journey on my own to Alton Towers, and made it happen by researching. You got to find ways how to make that happen, and that's what I've done so far in my life in the last few years. So go me. So thank you for your support, ladies and gentlemen. For those people who do enjoy my content, I don't care if people don't like my content, but it's about showing people respect and having thoughts of other people, because that's what I do. And I'm showing the world now, right now, it's not about being miserable. It's about make that life success and taking the family further with success. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will be back very soon with a new video with some kind of new content very soon your way. For now, thanks for your support. Autism Awareness Day. It's been a pleasure. Take care.